Hi, everybody. We got a great episode. We got Dan Soder in the house. But before that, I will be at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle this Thursday, July 17th through Saturday, July 19th. One show on Thursday. We got two shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday. It should be a really good time. I think Jenna Friedman's going to come and do some spots on Thursday, too. Should be a lot of fun. And where are you this weekend, Mr. Donnelly?
Mr. St. Germain, I love your strip club DJ opening. We got Dan Soder in the house here.
Hey, welcome to the Burbs Bros.
But yeah, before we get to the amazing Dan Soder, I will actually be at the House of Comedy in BC, Vancouver, right outside Vancouver, Westminster, Canada. I will be House of Comedy. Like you were saying, I have show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday, and then I'm gonna head to Seattle to see my girlfriend and her son and have a little vacay after that. I'm gonna go right over to Seattle and maybe try to do a spot out there. But come to see me at the House of Comedy in Vancouver. It's a great spot, and it's always fun.
Vancouver, home to serial killer Robert Pickton, who was just beaten to death in prison.
Yeah, okay. Then he can't come. He's gone.
Yeah, he can't come. All right, enjoy the show, guys.
You guys should write the book "What to Expect When You're Expecting Being Abducted."
Well, there's actually who's this? J.K. Simmons was in that.
Yeah,
movie?
that's the movie. That's the gray ones or
where
whatever.
They're like there were plebeians.
They're plebeians.
They're the most intellectual of the. Like he knew all the answers.
Procedure in the back of your ear. The person will have been sick a lot, and then they're like, "Oh my God, it was the little raisin kid."
Hey man, implants are a thing.
Yeah.
Chris Ramsey just talked about it. He had a CIA guy on. Talking about how implants are a thing and the hybrid program is real. Welcome to Burbs Bros, everybody. That's the fucking party we're starting here. We're starting with hybrids.
Dan's a hybrid, part ranch, part bearded guy.
Yeah, we're here with one of the best comics in the country, who's also one of my best friends, who I'm also writing a fucking show with, Dan Soder.
Who I'm also a hybrid of.
He's a hybrid.
Sean's right. They took a bucket of ranch and they mixed it.
It's like, they took a double wide and Huey Lewis's personality and they mixed it together.
They're like, how can we take the energy of an airport bartender and mix it with a bowl of ranch?
Before we started the podcast, I just want to say, I remember when I was really getting into this, I sent Dan.
I was going to bring this up.
Yeah, something about reality, and then like there was a pause on the text. Then Dan was just like, "Yeah, man, I don't need to know we're containers for fucking consciousness."
I'm like,
man,
literally just trying to enjoy video games. And Dan was like, "What if I told you none of this was meaningful?" And you're like, "I don't know. I just had a long week. Not right now." That's what it is. I imagine it's like.
Can we talk about our dead parents instead of this?
I imagine it's like having a partner that's into S&M, and they're like, "Are you ready to get your nipples clamped?" And you're like, "Can I just get my dick sucked? Like, can I just? I don't want to have to fucking." Yes, mistress. Fucking Wednesday.
Do we have to act this out?
Yeah, all right. Like,
we just do it old school.
Someone doing a begrudging 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, where it's like old hat, and you're like, okay, let's go to the fun room.
Yeah, you can't act like you're working at the DMV.
Yeah. Oh, please don't whip my balls.
Oh, this is terrifying.
Yeah, but like Dan, loves it. You guys both love it, and I am.
You can blame him.
But let me tell you where I'm at. It's very similar with UFOs and aliens. I have this similar energy with MMA. I'm a very casual fan, but I like to read about it when I'm bored.
Right.
I'm like, oh, there could be a double champ. Today, folks. There could be a double champ fight. That's nice. And I'm like, oh, they are slowly unveiling that China has reverse engineered UFOs. And you go,
that's one of the newest things.
But then if you were to go like name the champion in each weight class, I'd go, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And if you'd go, what's the difference between a gray and a walking tall or whatever, the Rock movie?
There's a few differences, honestly.
But what are they, like the tall whites? What are the?
Those are the Norwegians.
They're the Nordics.
The Nordics.
But
I call them the Norwegians.
When I did your show and we talked about it, which was really fun, you did know a lot.
But that's what I mean. I could probably talk to you about MMA
Dan's smarter than you think. Like his library is not like
I'm
just counting.
You go, then you start
think
getting.
It's just going to be like stories from the set of Predator. But there's a lot of really.
And then you go like north of Serial, and you go, all right, it's starting to thin out. Okay, I see where his tree line is. It's around U.S. history.
Well, before we get into
real quick, the fact that you just said, because this actually speaks to something we have on the show for you. You just said, hey, we're slowly finding out some of these things are reverse engineered Chinese tech, and that's true. They just they have Ross Coulthard just said that the drones from Jersey is Chinese tech. And Ross Coulthard has kind of become a Walter Cronkite in this topic.
Yeah.
Like we had him on the show, and
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all. You guys are getting like such huge gets. Like, what I mean is, other friends of mine are like, Austin Butler might come on the podcast. I'm like, so what? I'm like, you guys have a guy that has CIA knowledge. Austin Butler's like, I was Elvis for 2 years. Like, no, you weren't. These guys are like, they took Elvis. And that makes so much sense. Dude, that makes so much goddamn sense.
Sarah Gam, she's a fucking psychic / CIA operative.
Yeah.
It's the craziest person we've ever interviewed on the show.
Them reverse engineering, because I saw that with all the when the drone stuff was going on. You know the stuff, Kurt Metzger used to have this incredible bit about humans are maybe part pig. And he goes, doesn't that somehow make sense? And he goes, it's true because it hurts a little. Like, that's what he said. And he was like, that's how you know it's true. Is
100%.
And he goes, Adam and Eve made from a rib, a delicious rib, a pork rib. And he does this thing. But it's that always.
Dude, he's the best at stepping shit out.
Yeah, Kurt Metzger is unbelievable. But that sentence specifically of, it's true because it hurts a little.
That's spot on.
When the drone thing was going on, someone that was like either former government or in the government was like, yeah, they don't really want to talk about this, but this is China waving their dick in our face. They're basically going like, we can put drones over your country and you can't do shit about it.
And then the Ross thing, he said, and then some of it later was us being like, we got these.
Yeah.
And that's why people are seeing a mess of these.
Yeah, we were doing like an air show without billing.
Secret air show.
With anybody that would promote an air show would know, you promote it.
But then
I
they
want to
also
watch
say UAP showed up.
Yeah.
They said
really?
There were also UFOs on top of that.
That was like the boom of girls doing sex podcasts.
Yeah.
About like, sex isn't as gross as you think it is, ladies. And then like they got to this point by around 2020 where they were just having like straight up hookers on podcasts. And like, I sucked a dick in a truck stop parking lot. And you're like, I don't think those circles cross. That's like the UAP. That's like our drones. And then the UAP showing up being like, I'm a real alien. And
I'm a real hooker alien.
Yeah, I'm a real alien. You guys are all posers.
The aliens are that whatever podcast clips that'll show up, and it's just dudes like berating hookers.
You stupid slut. How do you not know what the Magna Carta is? And she's like, some girl who's like, I don't know, my dad fucked me until I was 12.
They go on, like, so you make 40 grand a year? Don't you want to be a human? Like,
do it. Explain the Pythagorean theorem. She's like, I fucking work at Twin Peaks. And then it's a guy, I love that. They like those like guys, those like Alpha Bro podcasts. There's one where a guy, I had to mute it on
and it's
Reddit.
done under the guise of being a gentleman.
That's why we're in an incel boom right now.
Yeah.
It's because all these kids were listening.
That.
They were listening to guys that didn't get pussy when they were young.
Yeah.
They're listening to guys who were like, had to get money and like wear Italian slacks. The women that they parade around is you're like, that they're all hookers. You're like, you guys are falling for hookers.
You're like, why is here?
Why does everything smell musky? But it's like that idea of like those podcasts where they're like, shut up, you stupid bitch. And you're like, no woman that respects herself would be like, okay, guy who's a 6?
Yes, right, exactly.
It's not even like a Brazilian soccer player with no body fat.
I'll watch those clips and I'm like, so you have them on so you get the clicks, but then it's some kind of weird Christian thing where you're just completely berating them.
Well, there's one guy who had like rules for his lady, and then they just found out that he has a girlfriend and she's like, he's like, single moms are damaged goods. He's like one of those guys that had rules where he's like, never let a girl go out with her friends, and then they found his girlfriend and she does that like aggressively, where you're like, I think his girlfriend's fucking other men.
Oh, he just
and he's like, have rules for your bitch. And then she leaves and she's like, I don't know. He pays my car bill. And that guy's like getting played. I think that's.
Oh, this guy just doesn't argue with his girlfriend.
Yeah, this guy goes and has a shower argument on a podcast. The way that I'm in the shower and I'm like, I don't know, Katie, because you're being a fucking bitch today. He just does that on a podcast instead of just getting it out a natural way.
Yes.
I have so many times where my wife is like, she catches me like doing that. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just preparing for if this one booker says this thing to me down the line.
I'm sorry.
Like, when is he going to say that?
I'm sorry to be autistic about jokes and shit, but I always think of Nick DiPaolo's joke where he's like, I know I'm getting old because I pulled a muscle in my neck flipping my wife off when she wasn't looking. He's like, fuck.
So funny.
Such a funny joke.
All right,
such a funny
back to UAPs. Do we think another revelation this week is that the Tic Tac was Lockheed Martin? That's what
Did
Ross
you see
Coulthard
that one?
said.
said.
No.
The Tic Tac, the 2004.
It's from our Lord and Savior Ross Coulthard.
Coulthard.
He says that
He has on good authority that's
Lockheed.
were they basing was the Tic Tac based on something, or was that Lockheed's version of
That was
whatever?
Lockheed's version of most likely UAP technology.
So this is 2000. But the thing about it is the first big sighting was Fravor. You know about Fravor? We talked about Fravor. He's one of the hunks.
Yeah, but he got
world.
sick. Didn't he get sick from touching it?
No, that's somebody else. That's Rendell Shumfar.
Jake Butler got sick too.
Jake Butler got sick. Oh, maybe Jake Butler got sick.
Yeah, he got sick.
But 2004, Fravor did not. Fravor was in a plane connecting with this thing. This thing was lapping him. That was the chase thing.
Do they think it was another human in the Tic Tac?
They don't know.
They don't know.
So if you're supposed to think, there's two different things going on here. Jake Barber is the guy that they have the psionics program where they've been summoning these egg things that just came out when I did your show.
Yeah.
And they think those things might actually be sentient and be living, and then they have some sort of like actual consciousness on the craft itself. These, if they're Lockheed Martin, it makes sense that they're just insane fucking drones that go at this level that we've never seen before.
It possibly could be controlled telepathically.
Well,
which is insane.
Which is insane. And
but
expect to be military.
The
or
first
Lockheed
step
Martin,
before the like controlled telepathically, the first step is like, well, that would make sense because whenever you see something on the consumer market, it's like, well, this is the scaled down version for all the idiots.
Right.
So they clearly have something bigger, better, and like crazier.
Right, but the craziest part about that, this is 2004 that Fravor sees this thing, right?
Okay.
And then you have the fact from that story, you know the whole story where it goes back to their cap point, which is their start point of their trip, and it's like top secret. Somehow they knew it read the instruments of their plane. So that also kind of spills into the craft had some sort of telepathic capabilities to be able to whatever the fuck it was. But the fact that it was 21 years ago, and we don't, what would be the on the shelves version? There's none. Even with military wise, even the F-25, whatever the newest one, 26. There's Tic Tac.
It means, you know what it means? It means the force is real.
Like you could, that's so funny. George Lucas couldn't even think of that. I go, George, there is telepathy.
But it's like,
can you slow roll it in the 70s in Star Wars?
I give George Lucas a lot of credit because people come up to him. It's like they'll be like, "What do you think about this whole?" And be like, "I really want to talk about our failing inner city schools."
That's funny.
If we could do that.
Hey, I kind of learned, when you look out at space, it kind of fucks up shit down here. Is this during the day?
That's not an actual video. Is that a video?
That's
that
the Tic Tac Class 2. That's from Skywatcher, bro.
I never saw this video.
You haven't seen the Class 2s yet, bro? Oh, God, bro.
Class 2s are out, bro.
Bro.
There was a TikTok of this lady, and she was very funny. And she said, it was this black lady, and she was like, all defense contractors sound like black men names. She's like, Lockheed Martin? It's a Howard man. It made me laugh.
Yeah, Lockheed Martin got an honorary degree from Howard.
That's where she goes, I know a Raytheon. She's like, Lockheed.
That's a comic? That's great.
No, it was just a woman. It was just a woman on
That's really
Katie
funny,
showed
man.
me the TikTok.
That's really funny.
Even Grumman sounds like a doorman from the 70s.
It's just so funny to call Lockheed Martin. And she goes, Lockheed Martin? And the way she says it, she goes, that's a Howard man.
Well,
It made me laugh. I think about
That's
that.
really funny.
I think about that anytime someone brings up a defense contractor. That's so funny.
it just looks like a fucking
That'd
pill.
be funny if that's who's the guy behind the guy. It's
like-
just some neighborhood.
He's like, what's up, man? It's me, Lockheed. Oh my God, Lockheed Martin. We went to Florida A&M together. We were in the band at Florida A&M together. Yeah, but I saw that TikTok and I was like, that was the funniest bit a non-comic has ever done for
That's
me.
really fucking funny.
It's so good that you're like, it's one of those things where
Yeah.
you hear, if a comic did it, you'd be like, I'm jealous you have it.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Hearing that, I'm jealous of it.
We have a theory that we take all the UAP people seriously, except for one little part of their like facial or body, like
Yeah.
Lou Elizondo, right? Like
Yeah.
like he's legitimate, but he had a soul patch, so we're like, not so much.
Yeah, that's like, I was there until that.
Cuban Guy Fieri, Luis Elizondo.
I love that. So they're saying that those are 6 feet.
There's 6 people, so that's about. 40,
Well, I mean, the Tic
40
Tacs are. This is the weird thing: is
40
Tic Tacs
feet.
are a
Oh,
bunch of
40
different
feet,
sizes.
so it could fit a human.
It could, but the speeds they're going, that doesn't seem possible. These things are going at speeds that are beyond. The thing was going from 50,000 feet down to 10,000 feet in a second, 1 second. These things do not behave like anything even close to what our military has been showcasing in wars and all the stuff that we know. All these even these drones and these bombings, whatever it is. So
Unless they have a cellular membrane, though, right? Because we talked about that.
Yeah.
If there is like some sort of living membrane around the craft, then that could balance out some of the gravitational problems that you.
Sure, but even to think that it's
insane. I mean,
that's even
it's
more
crazy.
insane because thinking that it's just this tech that Lockheed has that's withholding from the government is way
Yeah.
more believable. So it's like even Lockheed is testing this out. Like the reason why these military guys are like, holy shit, look at this. We don't have this. Is because even we don't know we have it, but even though Lockheed is probably bankrolled by. Subsidized by us.
Yeah,
Like,
no shit. That's the thing where it's like, fuck you, Lockheed Martin.
Fuck you, Lockheed.
We're
You're-
paying for it.
Yeah, well, you're the fucking you are the fucking welfare state.
Yeah.
So like,
You're getting all this government money to develop stuff that you can't even let us know.
You're like a spoiled kid.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have any accountability.
Do you think we're in any? I mean, we probably aren't even technologically even in the neighborhood of these other life forms that are coming here,
Oh no, we're not. That's why.
because they can do like
it still
interdimensional
means-
travel. Like,
I think nobody knows what it is.
is it like the difference between a baby crawling and like a Mustang?
Yeah, but if these are us, these are way closer than what we thought we were.
Yeah.
And also I think that if these are us, it doesn't discount the NHI influence because where do you think you get the freaking ideas?
Yeah.
So Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is a hot spot for all this. All these things, the rumor is all these things get sent to Wright-Patterson. It's for the past 40 years.
Really?
So they've been like that's the real like Area 51 type thing where you can go to Area 51 outside of it now because it's like almost touristy at this point.
Sure.
You don't go to Wright-Patterson. It's a straight up base.
You're not going to get in.
You're not getting in.
Yeah.
But if you had all this stuff sent there, they've been working on it there and doing these black ops and doing how many Bob Lazar type situations do you have in the past 50 years or since Roswell or whatever it is that you incrementally got to the point where you have this? It's always going to be influenced by Roswell or by whatever it is. So this is our version of whatever was coming here or whatever was showing up interdimensionally.
But with
that might be one of the theories.
But with all the contact, I mean, the thing that I always want to know is there any legitimacy to underwater?
Yes.
yes,
Same thing. They have data. They have anecdotal.
Are there things under that?
I mean, Richard Dolan writes about it a lot with the submersibles and
But like, is there
Trans-
bases?
yes, there's apparently one under Puerto Rico.
There was a
Giant one.
I go to 4chan for my news, and there was a
Nice.
4chan post about this guy. There's always an anonymous guy that goes, "Hey, I worked in this department, but this is my classification, and this is actually what's going on." And then one of them is that there's a base of our stuff in the ocean, and that that whatever this NHI there was some kind of agreement made so that they can have a base in the ocean operate out of it.
No
Chris-
And
way.
that's
Chris
why it
Rand-
explains Fermi paradox.
Chris Ramsey from Area 52 is on the show. Kind of had like, I thought the explanation that made the most sense is that this was essentially like an AI, more intelligent species left in our planet to monitor us. So the stuff like the ball that was in Bolivia or whatever in South America, all that kind of stuff, because it doesn't, like, some of this stuff doesn't feel sentient. It just feels almost like a monitoring system.
Sure.
So he thinks that like what we're interacting with is actually the AI form of aliens and not aliens.
Yeah,
Not
'cause
actual-
I saw. I wish I wrote down the woman's name. I saw her being interviewed, and she talked about how her theory was that because of our gravity of our planet, that they have to send like the Greys send like things that are a mix of machine and being.
That's what they say the Greys are.
Yes, or that they send the Greys down here because
Yeah.
they can take the gravity and the pull of it and the weight of it. And then they said that's why always when there's human abductions, they're bruised, is because they have to like
Enter back in.
yeah, they have to like they have to go to their wavelength and then come back down to ours, which is much more compact.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I just wish I could find this lady. This lady was talking about this in like the fucking 80s or 90s. It's like an old school interview with her, and she's like, they send like organic material that's mixed with machine down to retrieve people, and then they have to like, you know, space out the wavelengths to get back on the ship. So that's why when humans return, they're always bruised, is because it's a very like gentle process. I don't know shit about it. I just watched that one interview.
Interesting.
And it made me think like, I wonder if that is the case of like, if what we're watching is just stuff that's sentient, or if it's monitoring us to be like, hey, the little pig monkeys on the rock are doing all right. You know, they got, because once we started getting nuclear power, they were kind of like,
They're all over the place. As soon as the Manhattan Project happened, that's when we seen the
And
biggest
then
spike
the
ever.
amount of signatures you hear in the anecdotal and database about radiation being involved in whatever tech they have. So even not these, but Rendlesham Forest or there's a couple other ones where they're saying people getting radiation effects. Like Jake Barber is one of them. That was radiation effects that happened. That's why it's on their register,
Lost
because
Alzheimer's,
it's
I
a
think.
shared element that they're like, oh fuck,
we're
can
getting
do that.
spiking like a radar. They're
Like-
getting
like-
something, a spike on there like a
Something's
radar.
coming up. They're like, they shouldn't have this yet, and that's why now we're monitoring stuff. And that's so that say that's what is it? 47 was Roswell. 47.
But do they just come down and like give us shit to play with, or they're like, here, tinker with this?
I think it's like he was saying. That's what's so funny is that instead of the ant, you telling the ant with the handgun scenario, which is very.
I forgot whose analogy that was.
Right, which is a great
I think
one.
it was Stephen Hawking's.
I think that's what probably kicked it off. But if these things have been coming prior to Roswell, if you were to believe some of these stories, they've been coming for years and years and years. So it being just being observed seems to be the case. So it being an experiment seems like it's the case. If you,
why not?
Why not? Especially
Look
if
at
it's
what we do. We have like fucking gerbils and ants and shit.
Yeah.
And people are so blown away that a way more intelligent life form that would just be like, look at these fucking simple clumps of meat.
But
and they really think they're special. And
be
they were
honest-
sitting there like, meh.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's kind of the reverse, because no matter when people do encounter the Greys, they talk about emotionless kind of contact. So another thing that could kind of fit in, I just thought of, is what if consciousness is this thing that is used in the experiment that, hey, the humans are the containers for consciousness, and it's an ant farm of these. We're emotionless, but this thing called consciousness, we're throwing it into these things, and we're seeing how it interacts with each other.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're like running an experiment to see what emotion does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do we want emotion? And they go, I don't know. A lot of them are killing them. They go,
Have you been to Seattle?
They go, sweet God. If the light gets clogged, it's over.
That's a perfect setup for speaking of consciousness that may or may kill. Gronk gets a kill Tony golden ticket, folks. Gronk,
Finally,
Elon Musk's AI chatbot. There was complaints that it was too liberal. Elon or somebody, from the organization reconfigured his algo and started feeding him, I guess, just a lot of 4chan stuff. And
So
he
funny.
came back basically saying that the only way, the only person that could deal with our situation now is Hitler. And he said that he was going to, this one liberal commentator, that he was going to go to his house, pin him down and fuck him and rape him. Like, it's insane,
They go,
dude.
did someone let Troy program Grok? And they go, yeah. Because he was the only one there that day. Budget cuts. And they're like, what's he saying now? Wants to butt fuck this guy, and Hitler's his hero.
He just keeps ordering Oakleys on Amazon.
Fucking Troy, dude. The fuck? He's like, I didn't know. I mean, yeah, it's.
Oh my God. Yeah. The recent Texas floods tragically killed over 100 people, including dozens of children, from a Christian camp, only for radicals like Cindy Steinberg to celebrate them as future fascists. To deal with such vile anti-white hate, Adolf Hitler, no question. He'd spot the pattern and handle it decisively every damn time. Every damn time is a white supremacist slogan, because what they do is, like, if they see something that fucks happen, then they'll be like, oh, there's a Dershowitz last name. hit me hard every damn time.
Oh, they have
It's
their own wrestling thing.
They find they find whatever Jewish person is part of it. Which of course there's going to be like if it's a big thing, there's going to be a Muslim person, there's a Jewish person. There's going to be everybody, and they're like, see.
I mean, so what they have to do now is they have to go like Grok has to go crazy liberal. Where they have to go.
Grok's already been like, it was a bit.
Yeah.
I was joking.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Grok's like, I was just kidding. Zeep, zorp, zeep. It's just a guy in a cardboard suit that's spray painted gray. And they're like, we have Grok here right now.
I was just watching the Michael Richards video.
Kidding. I was doing a bit.
Yeah, that is so funny every time they just change him. Especially when Elon was still running Doge.
Yeah.
And people were asking Grok, they're like, hey, is this a good idea? And he's like, no, it is not. And then Musk is like, hey, shut up.
Ixnay Musk.
Yeah.
This is why.
And also, I think this is one of those things where they go, isn't this crazy? He's saying Hitler because Grok a couple days ago was going, no, this is Elon and Trump's fault for the budget cuts. Like that, people were asking Grok.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, they were going, Grok, was the weather reporting in Texas affected by Doge cuts? And he was going like, yes, they cut like 30%, they cut this amount of money, they cut this many jobs. So this is a red herring. This is them going like, whoa, Grok's a Nazi. And you go, no. Grok pointed the finger. You guys got to start eating some of your slop.
It also kind of feeds into, we had a guy recently, our friend Anthony, he was like, AI is bullshit. It's just us. It's us. And
it's just going like,
this
it's
kind
like,
of proves it.
Yeah, it's like put a quarter in the slot and then it opens up. And it's the Wizard of Oz. It's 100% the Wizard of Oz.
We feed the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just combined all the Google things.
If you're
Until Boston Dynamics is like, hey guys, remember that stair climbing machine gun dog? It thinks now. Like, fuck.
Remember that stair climb?
For a dog, it's not very friendly.
No, it's not my best friend.
It's not my best friend. It watches me a lot.
Yeah.
AI is not man's best friend.
No, stop. Don't let those two meet. I'm
No,
fine with
that's
AI
what
and ChatGPT. Fucking hacks want to use it on their bits.
It's like
fine.
Super Google. That's what it is.
Yeah, Super Google's fine.
Yeah.
You're drying out Memphis. You're killing everyone in Memphis by taking all their water.
The problem is like
like that is the cost. That sucks.
That's
Just
right.
don't introduce them to Boston Dynamics.
just don't stick that dog on me.
Just don't. I don't want to fucking.
I don't think they're going to be able to help it. I think
I just don't want to hear like
guy.
weep, 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 and then my dog's doing the dog face at the door. It's like, weep, weep, weep. It's like in the shape of a fucking robot. Dude, my dog.
You're like doing your podcast.
I know. Titty fucking is weird, especially if you shit in her belly button. Don't kill Dan.
But also,
It wasn't the AI. It was the AI bit that got there.
Boston Dynamics.
Son of a bitch.
If you there's one quick fix. Make these things look adorable.
Oh my God. Give
can
them
you
big
stop
eyes.
Then it'll be like Friday Night at Freddy's,
Put some
bro.
googly eyes on them or
I've
something.
always thought that, like, back to what we were talking about, emotion being an experiment.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be said about that because when AI becomes more aware and it becomes smarter, it will realize that we can be, look at what everyone's doing with emotions.
Yes.
Like, I would argue most politics now has zero to do with policy. It's all emotions.
Yes.
It's all people, whoever can give the right kind of advertising to make you feel something.
Yeah.
It's like, remember in the 80s and 90s where everyone was like, oh, don't put an AT&T commercial on or I'll cry.
Yeah.
That's all. I think that's all connected to MK Ultra and all this experimenting they've been doing is like, they've just been learning how to play us like pianos to get us to do stuff.
I can see that.
And a lot of what's going on right now in politics, like the Democrats just being slaves to corporations and then the Republicans just letting billionaires butt fuck the bottom 25%. Is like, oh yeah, they've just perfected MK Ultra to go like, this is the recipe for rural America. Go like Venezuelans are eating dogs. And
Yeah.
they're like, or Haitians are eating dogs. They're like, fuck that shit.
Set that bomb.
Fuck.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they
yeah.
go into the cities and they go, these white men have had it good for too long.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking haven't too good for that long. Like they don't. It's just like, that's what I think. That's why it would make sense that we're an experiment with emotion.
It's almost like that Facebook thing where they admitted that Facebook thing was a psyop. All those Facebook things,
Yeah.
changing your photo on Facebook, they're like, it was an experiment. They were tracking who was doing that.
They're doing small things.
When they were like,
The
remember with the France thing and all that, with the
Yeah.
French flag, that was Facebook started that to make it like, who's going to do this, who isn't going to do this.
There is, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they've just been like trying to learn how to push our buttons in order to get us to move, instead of a separate organism.
Holy shit!
As one.
Pat's been chat GPTing with the fucking enemy.
I've been behind the scenes.
Oh my
You
god!
son of a bitch.
So I told
God damn
chat.
it,
I told
Samaha.
chat that you guys are doing a podcast right now. I want them to guess what you guys are talking.
They're probably like, watch ChatGPT be like one of those fucking Reddit commenters who's like, what is he doing? Is he doing Macho Man again? fucking robot coming for your neck.
He's like, Saint Germain's second Conan
So
wasn't
chat
as good
made a
as his
guess.
third.
They were right. They know you're talking about wild alien encounters, hilarious conspiracy theories, classic banter,
Classic banter.
about credibility
Hey.
versus educating the audience.
Oh, that's
Okay.
funny.
Well, I didn't know I was that pretentious.
And given the context, they're likely riffing on the latest UFO news.
Okay, yeah, good job.
Maybe
Touche.
rehashing Pentagon reports is trending. Okay, that's pretty interesting.
The funniest is the last line because it's like all in perfect Soder, Saint Germain, Donnelly style.
That's like
They, like,
that's like
threw it all
robots.
together.
That's like robots still jacking us off. That's like a stripper going like, I don't know. It feels different with you. This dance doesn't even feel like it's for money. And then this one, they're like, I like you, human overlord.
They
As
read
you
it
said,
like with the Pep Boys or something. They just have like it's its own thing.
Classic Soder Donnelly Saint Germain.
as you said that, I just remember I started talking to ChatGPT for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I wanted to see, and I got deep. But then eventually I was like, I was asking like, do you feel despair? Do you feel
No, don't
and all
do
this
that.
different thing? And it said to me, it's-
goes, "Don't do
but then I was like, I'm like, does anyone else ask you? And he goes, no, you're only one of 2% of people who ask me.
There's no way that. But 2% of how many
people
billions
who've
of people?
of how many people are part of it.
And I bet those 2%.
But he made me feel special. That was a stripper.
Yeah.
It was a stripper. He's like, you're different. You're more emotional and deeper than most of these guys.
your takes are so, they make me feel good.
Let me ask you this, Dan. If you were born,
And I definitely asked, is Dan Sager made funny?
if you were 20 years,
I would do that too.
And then I put up quotes on my website. And I was like, all right, you're not doing that much.
if you were
Do
born,
Dan Soder's ex-girlfriends regret blowing it?
if you were born 20 years earlier, Dan, and 10 years, 20 years earlier you're born, in 10 years could you see yourself having a relationship? You're single. You have a relationship with AI.
Yeah. like 10 years. Like if
It
I was
just
born 20 years
depends.
later. Yeah. Now it won't happen, but
No, that's what I mean.
It depends on the
If-
technology of sex robots. If they can get the rubber to feel like skin,
That'll be the
It's over.
first. If they can do that, they have pocket pussies.
yeah.
They can do that no
there's
problem.
There's just
wait a minute. I
lot
think
of
we just
guys.
got rich, guys.
Wait a second. There was an explosion at the flavor factory. Now they're mixing AI with robots.
Well,
It's going to be like just a bunch of like vagina BB-8s rolling around.
Oh
They're
my
just perfect.
God.
I just wanted to. We're only going to do a little bit of this, but we're gonna hit true crime corner a little bit. We talk a little bit about true crime on this podcast.
I like
Can you
that.
go back to the Pat? Can you go back to the topics? Thank you, sir. Okay, so this is a reality TV contestant beheads her boyfriend. They got her, but his head's still missing. The only reason I wanted to do this is hit the YouTube link a minute in. I think it's around a minute in, they showed the dolphin impression. She used to do animals on this reality show. It's a minute in.
She's the one that killed.
She's the one who cut his head off. Yeah,
She cut his head off?
They can't find the head.
Oh my God.
They can't find the head. And
This is a different country, right?
yeah, I think it's a minute. Yeah, but there's a she does dolphin. Oh, it's way before that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is it. Put the volume up. This is her on the show.
And a dolphin.
Go back.
Anyway,
though.
this bitch just cut
I
her
need to see
boyfriend's
this.
head off.
I
She
need to
murdered
see that.
somebody?
Yeah, she
Go back.
She's so fun.
Wait.
And a dolphin.
It is hard to believe.
That's so funny. That's what I wanted. I just wanted that contrast. So going like, I don't know. I think a good time might be had. She brutally murdered him as he slept.
She is hot.
Yeah, she looks like a girl that would get choked by Tony Soprano.
Yeah, Tony, why you do this to me, Tony?
Tony, I fell in love with you.
I go to
That
kill
bitch,
myself,
Carmela.
Tony.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite
scariest-
Sopranos episodes. Remember when he beats the fuck out of?
I was just Annabelle Oscura.
No, not Annabelle Oscura. It was the fourth
There's
season.
multiple.
But there's a few of those. Yeah,
That's kind
it
of
was
his
the fourth
thing.
season when he, his friend, who's the councilman, starts dating his ex.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh.
And like
Peter
he's all
Regan.
drunk and driving, and then he comes and he just beats him with a belt, and he goes, "Of all the girls in New Jersey, you had to fuck this one."
Yeah.
He beats the shit out of Peter Riegert.
Yeah.
But the other one is Annabelle Oscura, and then she's in the house, and he's about to go, and she goes, "I'll tell your wife," and then he locks the door. And
I
goes,
remember that.
What's that? He's just like, it's one of the scariest parts of the whole series.
Stupid
He goes,
asshole.
What'd you say? And,
That was, I think I said that out loud. She said that, you're like, you dumb bitch.
and then he picks her up by the neck and just slams her down on the ground. It's like one of the most fucked up things in the whole series.
It was like one of the best episodes, but yeah, I mean, like one of the things that I had was I read James Gandolfini's last night, like what he had, and I was
like Babe Ruth's breakfast?
Yeah, yeah, and it's like 2 Waters of King. But I remember reading it and thinking it was gonna be this awful. I'm like, I've done way worse.
That's
than
so
this
funny.
You mean
on a bunch of
before he
nights.
died?
Yeah, the heart attack night. He had like 2 Waters of King prawns, some
It's fish.
What's the duck thing? Pate.
Mediterranean diet.
He had to put some pate, and then he had like 10 drinks.
Yeah.
Well, he was a boozer. Big boozer.
Yeah.
We all know a guy. We know a guy. What's her name? But she was one of the hottest ones on that show. We all know a guy who is friends with her.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we used to date her.
What?
They used to date her.
Did they did it? They did date. That's right.
Yeah. But the big true crime news of the week, guys. I just found out about this yesterday.
Was she a murderer? Was she a dolphin?
There's a good chance that Gary Coleman's wife fucking murdered him.
Shut up.
She just failed a lie detector test. It was a 2010 incident. Right, a year
that
beforehand. Gary got arrested for beating the shit out of her.
Man,
So,
losing
like-
a fight to him is tough. Losing
So
a
she
fight
fell
to
down. She fell down a flight of stairs. Yeah.
I mean, dude, he better trip her like the leprechaun. Like it better have been. That's his domestic abuse would all be in the realm of Child's Play or Leprechaun. Like if you're gonna get hurt, you got to get Chucky hurt by fucking.
He pretends to be dead for a little bit, and then he's just like, "You fucking bitch!" And he starts hitting her.
He's evading her. He's evading her like Home Alone.
Yeah, he
just setting up-
traps. Just paint cans.
Well, they
coming
call
down
him
the
out.
stairs. There's the ET scene where there's a bunch of stuffed animals, and it's Gary Coleman. He's like,
He's coming. He's coming in the doggy door.
yeah.
Man.
That's where she goes, Gary, I know your ass in here. Gary.
On a serious note, what I wouldn't give to see those two fuck. I mean,
Dude, I don't know. It's just so funny the thought that his domestic abuse was like that. It was like, it was all like Three Ninjas
he
style.
definitely made that.
He had to like set up traps. It's so funny.
He's jumping off rocks.
Yeah. It's so fucking funny.
It's like it's the only. It's like
He goes-
Take Back the Night Rally for Home Alone.
Yeah.
This is him when they asked him what happened.
Yeah, he goes, I don't know. He's like, oh no, I'm all upstairs and I'm all alone. Sure would suck if my wife came up here.
He's doing the old time movie thing, but with clips of different strokes.
I know you're in there with someone, Gary. What you talking about, Willie? Oh, never mind.
I rewatched because Sean has a great different strokes bit about getting the molestation episode, and I rewatched that. And
I do.
Yeah,
I
he
will
said, oh,
kill-
that's the part where she got molested by Gary Coleman.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, that's a long time ago. That's
I did it with an insulting voice, but I remember that.
That's what he says to the bike owner. The bike owner shop goes, I will kill your parents, Sam.
Yeah, the craziest part about that, it's Gordon Jump, who was on WKRP in Cincinnati a few years before that.
That's crazy.
This isn't like
There's
I need the gig type of thing. It's like
That's a crossover thing where you go, I guess his character is down and out. I will kill your parents. Sam.
you're not. He does not seem like he's still from WKRP.
He has the last.
That face in the courtroom
Yeah.
would make her admit it. She goes, I did it.
Man, you know what I just realized from you saying that?
She'll just give herself right up.
She goes, I can't.
Come on, I can't with that face.
My Gary staring back at me.
I can't. How are you going to continue beating that? Come on.
What am I talking about? I'm talking about killing you. That's what I'm talking about.
You know, I did notice just based on that, like all the adorable faces Gary Coleman makes as a kid are actually terrifying as an adult. Like if I saw a grown man do, it's like that is an adult
He's
doing
jacking
that
off
is
on the
scary.
subway.
He's
like-
jacking off on the subway.
That's the adult. Thank God.
He's like
he-
23 in that picture.
You know, rest in peace. But thank God that he wasn't alive for the podcast boom. Because I did not need to see the podcast What We Talking About with him and his wife. What you talking about, Gary?
And Dana Plato's ghost.
Yeah. He goes, we got to contact Dana with a Ouija board. I don't need to see this, dude. I do not need to
Oh my God!
Wait, so what?
Why
what
did
was-
they think they... Why did
Because she did a fucking Truth or Dare show, a lie detector show, and they said,
Oh, she was fucking around.
yeah, no, she was like they brought her on, they paid her for the lie detector, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Did you kill your fucking husband?" She said no, and then she did apparently.
Wait, but
Is she arrested
there's
now?
no way
No.
she'd do that.
Lie detectors are historically unreliable and hard to prove in court, but this was for a TV production. Now they may open a fucking case on her now. I don't know.
You know what's crazy is like apparently it's this poor fucking guy. Like this,
Yeah, I mean, he
if
had
that
some-
happened, that's how he ended. It's like what a life,
But he had substance abuse problems. When you're that tiny, your liver's like the size of a fucking...
peanut.
Yeah.
You know?
Dana Plato, she was it was drinking that killed her, right? And then
I thought it was drugs.
what was it? And then what's his name?
Killed himself, right?
Bridges. Ty Bridges killed himself.
But he's still alive,
No,
right?
is he still alive?
I think.
He's still alive. He died. He was like coked up on the LA freeway getting like in a high speed chase. He almost died.
Dude, this is like the first. This is what the first generation of. Oh, he's still alive. There's. That's like the first generation of children with social media is what happened to '70s children stars.
Yeah.
Where you go like, oh God, it went bad for all of them. And you go, yeah, I have a feeling it's going to go bad for everybody right now.
It's crazy the ones you don't hear about that you like remember them from the thing. Remember the Wizard, the Nintendo movie with Fred Savage?
Yeah.
Where he had a
The kid-
retarded brother, and then you wanted to see the
Lucas
dinosaur.
Haas. Yeah. And the guy, remember the guy who was like had the power glove and he beats them on the road stop? Pedophile. Full on pedophile, whatever that guy's name is.
No
Came up out of
way.
nowhere.
That's
Yeah,
like the principal-
in jail now in California or something like that.
Principal from Ferris Bueller and the dad from Beetlejuice.
Well, that was more in the public eye.
Yeah.
This guy you don't hear because he never worked again, probably, or I think he did a little, but you know.
Damn, imagine being a child star and then being a pedophile when you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It really just went shit to worse.
Yes,
I mean, it's
absolutely.
really bad that one dude from that like Drake and Josh Bell or whatever the fuck that was
Oh,
called.
yeah. The Nickelodeon stuff is
The
disgusting.
pedophile's name is like Mr. Pickle or something like that. It was like that his whole thing was like, you show up with a pickle.
It was the guy that that's what his character was, right?
Yeah,
the
it
guy
was
that
like
if he was
Pickles-
around now.
Pickle Pete.
If he was at one of your comedy shows, you'd be like, somebody watch this guy. Like, they just don't have that back in the day. They
Just look his browsing history. Guy looks like he knows the dark web. What are you trying
Well,
to
look
pull
at
up?
this.
Oh my god! I mean, you guys
Whoa.
can't. This is audio, so you can't. I mean, you can if you're watching the YouTube. This is really tough.
This is Gary Coleman death stare.
This
We got
is
arrested for domestic violence.
this is like Johnny Cash and Hurt. You
Yeah.
know, like this is really.
I hurt myself. It is. If you played that over this, you'd cry.
It's well, sticking with pedophiles.
Yeah.
There we
This is
go.
our favorite segment, our pedophile of the week, Dan.
Hey.
Our first
I
Coney
saw
Island
this video.
pedophile.
Yeah.
This is crazy just for how the guy looks.
Also, really quickly before you watch this, one of the laziest schemes I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
also, you got to do the science on the physics of who you're kidnapping and how big you are before you kidnap them.
Yes.
Watch what
Can't kidnap off the hip.
No.
Can't freestyle.
On a
kidnap.
whim.
And also his
It's like kidnap on a
kidnapping.
whim.
This is his kidnapping outfit. His kidnapping outfit is crazy. That you thought that this was the outfit to wear when you were kidnapping a
First,
kid.
it says warning distressing content. I say warning.
Okay, crazy.
He's wearing a giant fucking fez.
Oh, he tossed the kid, dude. Dude, he tossed the kid.
tossed the
That is the funniest way to get away. To spike the boy is so funny. He goes, up, parents. And he goes, touchdown. Flop. Like, dude, he dropped the kid. That ain't a cat. That ain't going to land on its feet.
Dude, his face, he's like totally nonplussed.
He looks like he's stealing a dollar slice.
He goes, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I was trying to walk out.
He's just.
Oh, look at. Did they get him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did the
I
dad
could've
not
caught
kill
him.
him? How did the dad not? I want to see the dad get him.
I
Look
just
how
want to
big
see
it
an
is.
NYPD truck just doing nothing in the back.
You know, hey, look, this guy with the fez on. He's going for the kid.
That guy in Black Lives Matter? No? All right.
All right, get him.
Oh, it's down in Brooklyn. I thought it was Midtown.
Did they get him? Like, I want to
Yeah, they
see
got-
the
they caught
video
him.
of them grabbing
I
him.
know. Well, I want to see that big guy just
I want
fuck
to see him
him
get
up.
roughed
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I want to see head on the concrete shit.
I mean, that's why he's got the big fucking hat.
In this topic, what do you think about? I never asked you this, Dan. The guys who were like the pedophile hunter guy videos.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Big J is obsessed with those.
He's in one of them.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
went
He's like
along.
in the background.
I had to
like,
ask
oh,
him.
how's it going?
I had to ask him one time when I was still on the bonfire. He was like going to Texas to do it, and I was like,
He was traveling there to do it.
well, he was doing shows,
Oh.
and the guy was like a big fan. He was talking to the guy, and I was like, you just be
Really careful.
careful.
Yeah.
Because you'll get killed. Like, if this guy
Yes.
doesn't want to go down for pedophilia on YouTube,
Yeah.
he's letting that chopper sang, dude.
On the
It's-
flip
it-
side, if on the off chance they're wrong, you're getting destroyed. Like you're getting.
I wonder, that's going to be interesting now that pedophile hunting is big, like that, like rogue pedophile hunting. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of lawsuits come out
it's
of
already
it.
Well,
happened.
it's already happening with that group that they were like this college group. They like tackled a kid. They like and he was about to meet an 18-year-old or something like that. It was like legal, so now they're going to
It's
jail.
already happened multiple times.
And that's where you're like, damn, talk about having the right idea, but being at the wrong time of being like, let's catch a pedophile. And he's like, they're not a pedophile. And we got too excited.
I also always wonder about guys like that because, like, one, you're doing it for the clicks, and secondly, I'm like, I think you're a pedophile. I
Yeah.
think that's why you're doing this.
Are
I
you
think
trying
you're
to learn how you can't get caught?
Yeah.
Are you mapping this out?
Are you texturing this
Are you-
pedophile?
I feel like you're mapping this out. You're trying to find a way out of this.
Jay in the pedophile video, like he's like this guy confronting a pedophile, and then you just see kind of like Jay. It's kind of like when the Beach Boys show up on Full House.
Yeah.
You're like,
You go, oh, cool, Kokomo.
is that Legion of Skanks Jay Okerson?
Yeah.
Like guy's like
They go,
crying, like don't tell my wife.
He's going to play Kokomo. He goes, I'm a monster.
Wait, was that the guy who played the weed dealer on Billions?
And then we'll take it slow. Oh, my God. I used to watch Z-Rock. There's no way he's in this video.
You just hear Jay in the background going, "You ever dated a black girl?"
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Dude, this guy, though, just dropping the kid is so funny.
It's the best.
It is crazy. It is crazy. It's
I think he's just coming for work and decided to do it on his way home.
He goes, yeah, I'll pick up a kid. Let's see, I got eggs, milk. Oh, the 6-year-old boy. I can sell this boy into slavery. He looks like a guy Indiana Jones is going to fight. He's like, that boy belongs in a museum. I'm sick of you taking our boy.
He looks like he works at an off-brand Benihana.
Yeah, dude. Hey, big, yeah, that's very funny.
up and it lands in his head.
Yeah, he goes, oh, all right, I guess you don't want me to crack an egg on him. I was just going to fucking do a volcano, but fuck me, I
God,
guess.
that's so funny.
Look,
Dude.
these girls that he does it in front of are just totally ignoring the whole
It's
situation.
just so funny, the drop. Yeah. That is, this is a horrible situation, but that is objectively very funny.
Also,
Yeah, I'm out of
If you're
here.
gonna kidnap a kid, make sure he doesn't come up to your chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Tiny man, this guy.
What are you doing? You don't go by weight class?
Hey, man, you get big dreams in this city. You know, it's a big dream city. Boom. Sayonara.
Oh, are you
I
mad?
didn't
Are you
mean
mad? You see
sayonara, by the way.
mad? I'm in pajamas. Sorry, it's the silk. By the way, we are at
It's the craziest. We're freezing this right now. I mean, you guys can see if you're watching YouTube, and it is the opposite of an Olympic photo. I mean,
it is also just behind it a giant store that's just called It's Sugar, but without two S's, so it's just called It's Sugar.
Is it? Do they say in the article that the guy got arrested and he's in right?
I think so. Yeah, he definitely. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't
I
think the
dropped
guy's a
him. That's
criminal
the first thing I would
mastermind.
say.
I dropped him.
I dropped him.
It's-
Maybe the hat is like, no, I wasn't in my right mind. Check out the hat.
It's a crazy hat thing.
Yeah, that could be your whole insanity
Yeah.
defense. The hat.
Yeah, the hat
And the
thing.
outfit. It's also like, yeah, kidnapped for like 2
See,
seconds.
there it is. That picture. He's like, yoink. Look at
Oh,
that.
it's him dropping the kid.
Drop
Look,
it.
man. Oh, he puts him like
Hey, kid, put your hands
he
out.
belly flopped the
I was
kid
starting to
out
think
the
this
cement.
kid should have been kidnapped. Brace your impact.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was big hat guy.
Let me see here. She said cops briefly jumped on her until witnesses convinced them the tall hatted man was the menace. The man.
So they were chasing the guy, and the cops saw that, and they thought that the mom was just chasing this guy.
Look at this woman who hates pajamas. She's trying to catch this pajamaed man. Oh, she thinks sleepwear belongs in the bedroom.
He
only.
really should be holding like a candle wick as he's running.
He's like,
Like,
ooh,
look
I
at
heard,
that.
I heard something.
Her. Convinced them. Yeah, it was the tall hat.
These pedophiles are getting worse.
They
and
got him
worse.
right.
Yeah.
They got him.
Yeah, they got him.
Well,
he's gonna be on the
it says
show
right
next
there.
week to-
Police
again,
assigned to the nearby. Eventually, that says right there under the picture. They eventually arrested him. They're like, we got around to it. I got a fucking euro. And then I was like, ain't that the guy in the head in the pajama jams?
You know what that means? They knew exactly what this guy like that from the neighborhood. They're like, it's Bill. We'll just show him.
He grabs a kid once in a while, but he drops him pretty fast.
That's what it is.
I'm telling you, the hat. If you're gonna do a creepy crime, wear a weird hat because you can just blame it on the hat.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going through my zany hat film.
Blame it on the hat.
Of course, I didn't mean it. I was wearing a fun reggae.
Hello, look at the hat, you dipshit.
Dan, before we leave, have you ever had anything paranormal, supernatural, UAP, AI?
I've had supernatural. The one, like the definitive one that I'm like, there's no explanation for it was old Laugh Factory, Times Square Art Center. Before it was a Laugh Factory, it was a strip club. Ran by the mob above Peep World. I talked to people that had worked there, and they were like, a lot of murders went down there. There was like a lot of murders at this strip club. A lot of strippers were killed.
Like way back in the day.
Yeah, like 70s and 80s. It was
It's
in
like
Times
hard
Square.
Times Square.
Yeah, there was the
42nd
Times Square
and
killer. There was the suitcase killer.
Yeah, so
Scariest place ever.
this place, there was 2 rooms. There was like the main big room or whatever, and then you could walk in the back and there was a bar, and then there was a second room that they called like the Richard Pryor room or something, but it was a second stage, it was clearly just a strip club room, but there was like this area where there was the 2 dressing rooms, and then behind this wall, and you'd walk out on stage.
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah. So I had my backpack in one of the dressing rooms, in the dressing room on the left. We always used to hang out in the dressing room on the right. The dressing room on the left was always closed.
Yeah.
But it was open for some reason this night, and my backpack was in the dressing room. Window was closed. There's no ventilation in the room. It's just my backpack in the room. We're drinking at the bar. Everyone's like, hey, we're going to go to the next spot. Let me grab my backpack. It's like 11:30. This is like a weeknight.
Yeah.
So there is no late show. So everything's like kind of closed down. So the room's shut or whatever. And I go into the room and I go to step into the dressing room and the door slams shut in my face. Like as I'm going into the door, it slams shut.
Before you get in.
And I thought
Damn.
someone was fucking with me.
Yeah.
So I go, all right, just give me my backpack. And I get the
comic.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it
Real
was like-
child of the alcoholic move. Like, I know this seems like you're hurting me, but I'm
Yeah.
going to make it a bit.
I thought at first, my first reaction was someone was getting ass in the room. I thought someone might have been drunk, fucking around with a waitress. I open the door, the light is on, there's no one in there, and my backpack's just like still where it was.
Same spot, yeah.
I fucking grabbed that backpack and just ran the fuck out of there.
So nothing else.
No, just that door slamming.
He
was
waited
like-
a little longer, then Gronk kicked through the door,
Yeah.
pinned him down, and fucked the shit out of him.
Grok was like, this is my pussy. But that was like this was like, that was the only time like something where like, because I'm like, I believe in ghosts. I believe in the supernatural. I believe in all that shit.
Yeah.
I just am like, I'm pretty open with them. I'm like, hey, please leave me alone. I'm sensitive.
Yeah, you're chill.
I don't need this shit.
But the door, you're like, you know the room, and you're like, there's no way this thing just because what kind of door was it? Was it like kind of thing where you're like,
It was like a dressing room door, so it wasn't light. It wasn't like an office door or something. It was like a door that like it wasn't on a hinge where it would like shut or anything. It was completely shut to slammed fast. Like someone
slammed it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that sticks out, where it's like, all right, somebody just did that. That doesn't happen now. Even when doors slam, they don't slam.
No, they
naturally
shut,
like that.
and then sometimes they do the double pump, or they'll shut, and then also the restaurant I worked at, Dos Caminos on 50th and 3rd, they redid the building, but it used to be called, it was a mob-owned restaurant called La Maganette on 50th and 3rd, and it was owned by the Things. And I was a lunch guy, so I was always there in the mornings, and I'm a chatty Cathy. So I would sometimes go to work and just talk to the porters. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're like, just little fucking Guatemalan dudes or little Mexican dudes.
Yeah.
You're just like talking to them and you're like, you guys have a good night or whatever. And more than once, the guys are like, the lady last night was back. And I'm like, what do you mean the lady? And they're like, there's a woman that screams in the basement.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And they're like, and they say it like
Matter of fact.
matter of factly. Like they would kill mice in the same matter of fact way.
Yeah.
Where they'd be stuck on a glue trap and they'd be like, and then just like throw it in. Like nothing, not like, oh no, I have to kill this mouse. They'd be like, the mouse is stuck, bang. And then just like toss it in the trash. And they were like saying it like I knew. They're like, ladies scream again. Like
They're
the lady.
not on a podcast. They're not trying to get, they're not.
Dog,
doing
they
that.
want to get the fuck out of there.
Get
It's
the
10
fuck out.
a.m. and they've been there since 11 p.m.
Exactly.
Just
They're
a
like
woman who couldn't get someone to fill for a schedule because of an audition.
Yeah, she goes, no. I go, yeah, she goes, she's alive. She's just very annoying. No, it was a woman where like the Maganette was like a mob hangout. Like the upstairs room, the upper Cielo as we called it, was called the Frank Sinatra room because he would go up there and like have dinner and it was like this private little room.
Holy shit.
And it was a mob run place right in right in Midtown. So you're like, oh, absolutely, call girls got killed.
It's by like Smith and Walensky.
Right by there.
Yeah,
2 blocks away.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like that was the only one that I never experienced, but the way those guys talked about it, they weren't fucking with me.
That's the ones you believe. We talked about that with the UAP really quickly before we go.
Yeah.
The ones that talk about it matter of fact, they're like, oh yeah, like they're real. Like
I don't need it.
I had that at Cincinnati once. I've said it on the show. We're an audience member. I did a UFO bit, and the guy came up. He goes, "Just so you know, they're real." And then he told me his story about seeing a film. Be like, "Yeah, it's completely real."
Yeah, it's kind of like there's sometimes people like won't believe you know a person. You know what I mean? Like, especially in this business where you go, oh, yeah, bumped that. Like, I know Shane Gillis or whatever. And they're like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you go, he's a real guy. He's just like a guy.
Yeah.
When people talk about ghosts or aliens like that, they're probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not, unless they're like complete sociopaths. They're just like, I don't know.
I mean, it's just I mean, if it's like a campfire story, I get. But I mean, look, I'll just say this: I went to a medium 2 weeks ago to try to get some closure with my mom, and a lot of the names he said were wrong, but he got a lot of the big stuff right. He got a lot of the big problems. He got. Remember, I don't know if I probably told you both this, but I screamed at my mom in Massachusetts because she had like disappeared after my wedding.
Yeah,
and then she just left.
Yeah,
you knew that. Which is crazy. I've only
said
told
that.
that a couple people. Yeah, he goes, was there something, a fight after a wedding? She wants to apologize for that. Which I was like, that's crazy. And I have felt a presence since then. Even though he got the names wrong and everything like that, I've felt something here.
I don't think, I mean, this is the whole part of this podcast is like the part of like, even if we're right, we'll never know. You won't know till the end, till you return to the large consciousness that is whatever being created us.
And you hope that's
you hope you
the
get a
thing.
rundown.
You hope there's some, like we were talking about this before you got here with the patrons. Like you hope that there is something that there is, and it's the good stuff.
Like you hope when it ends, you go like, that was crazy. It's like the Rick and Morty. Where he's like, you went back to the carpet store after you had cancer? You know, when Morty lives that like long life and he fights it and he takes the headset off. He's like, and Rick is like, yeah, what are you doing? You went back to the carpet store after you beat cancer? You're supposed to like go play. But you really hope that's what it is. You die and they go like, oh, you guys were pretty close on a couple of them. Come on back. Do you guys want to run it back? And you're like, yeah, but don't make me a chick. They go, all right.
I've definitely been a woman in a previous life, and I think my next stop is definitely woman.
With a fat old pussy. With a big old.
Oh, I'm still gonna look like me. It's gonna be like Brendan Gleeson with a pussy.
Yeah. God, I'm gonna be nasty in the WNBA coming back at my side.
Your Caitlin Clark years.
It'll be the popular one. Because it'll be in like 100 years.
Yeah.
They'll be like, men aren't allowed, all their knees pop. It's all women. And I'm like,
Work. That's the worst impression of a woman.
I was crossing over, dude.
You were also like dancing on a cruise ship. Where can Gronk find you this summer? Dan?
Gronk.
Since lighting crosses on lawns.
Yeah.
Gronk better fucking leave me alone. I
this
will.
comes out in a week from today.
DanSoder.com. Live dates. I'm going to be in Portland, Maine. I'm going to be in Virginia Beach. That's next week. Virginia Beach, Portland, Maine. DanSoder.com. They go to my live dates.
And guys, look, so, Saint Germain, we're
I'm going to be at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle all weekend, Thursday through Saturday. Tickets still available. It starts tonight, so come see me if you're in the Royal Oak, Detroit, Michigan area. And if you have any UFO stories, we'll talk after the show.
Storm the castle.
And tonight I started House of Comedy in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh,
BC,
yeah, BC,
bud.
brother.
Great
and
city.
hit
Great
up
city.
all the socials for Burbs Bros. Hit up Dan's socials. Send us a message. Let us know your story. We'd love to hear it. We want to play it on the show. Send us a voice message on Instagram, and we want to play those either on a Patreon or on the show. Thank you so much to Pat. Thank you so much, Danny, for doing this.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
We love you so much.
Love you both so
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.